Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Roisum. I am very excited to continue our tour of web handling tools with the most versatile instrument, the Dial Indicator. The Dial Indicator is a precision inside distance gauge that you can find in almost any maintenance department. In fact, it belongs in every toolbox. By precision, we mean that with a bit of practice, you may be able to read down to about 1/1000th of an inch. I have seen a few super skilled technicians and model makers that were able to consistently read much better than that. However, that requires a more precise, short stroke version of the gauge and much hands-on experience with it. One application of the dial indicator is to measure the runout of a roller. However, as we learned in Web 101, this is just one measure of roundness or cylindricity, and perhaps not even the more important. In any case, the measure could be done in the shop, such as on a lathe, or in situ. A much better instrument on the roll grinder lathe would be a laser, because it avoids many of the perils of handheld instruments, and makes data recording or even 3D mapping of a roller surface much easier. The web handler may use this in the machine or in situ to check for bent journals and other roller issues. Don't forget that this same instrument can be used to diagnose the causes and components of wound roll wobble. As we learned in the winding section of Web 101, many customer complaints for wobble are actually due to poor core to chuck or shaft fit on their own equipment. Use the dial indicator to measure the contribution of this and other wobble components such as wound roll woundness and core to OD eccentricity. In Web 101, we learned the 4 risks of every single roller that is misaligned. Also in Web 101, we learned that in-plane misalignment is usually far more critical than out-of-plane, level, square, or centerline misalignment. In Web 101, we also learned several methods and measures to quickly assess in-plane misalignment, including the tramming stick. This device, shown here, is poorly named. It cannot correct general misalignment, even tram, only detect one important component. The schematic shows one in-plane measurement method. While you can easily construct your own version, a very nice set is made by Hydroline and currently marketed by Butler Automatic. In Web 101, we learned that one of the 10 commandments of good machine design and maintenance is minimal roller clearance and compliance, and why this is so, and how much is tolerable. A dial indicator is indispensable for checking clearance, which is looseness or play in everyday language. A dial indicator is indispensable for checking compliance, which is flexibility in everyday language. The details on how to check any machine component for excessive clearance and compliance depend greatly on the situation. Even so, they generally follow the steps listed here. Sometimes you need to set up on several connected elements to determine the contributions of each and the relative size of clearance and compliance. This detail mapping should be done when you are faced with the possibility of an expensive maintenance or redesign. Otherwise, you could not know what piece or pieces actually need fixing and how much fixing is needed. Thank you so very much for watching this module and my plant practical video clips. Stay tuned for more must-have web handling tools.